So, I need thoughts. How is everybody doing?
Tony, are you trying to traumatize?
I think you already achieved that.
Well, I'm not going to get traumatized by this. I mean, you look like you're getting traumatized by that song.
Look!
I am sorry for leaving you where I put you for so long, David, but seriously,
It was worth it. It was too far.
I'm glad you got to kick in your sire's
Teeth.
balls.
One more.
So it's 2 for 1 now. I'm up top.
So I want to get people's thoughts on this on the recording.
This is going to be interesting.
I made David play through his entire opening scene before I handed out character sheets.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
So he was just like, I don't know what the fuck. I was waiting for one of you to just start trying to use disciplines.
Yeah,
Well, see, that was what I was initially thinking. If I had been chained down, my first thought as my character would have been using Corrosive Fiat.
That would have been smart. If it worked.
If it had worked.
Or
Because
you'd be wearing a red wristband.
He would have used the handcuffs to essentially open up a wound on his wrist to...
Yeah.
To dribble out acid.
Yeah. But...
Yeah.
all that would have done is apparently open up a vein.
I want to point this out while I'm saying this. This is probably going to actually go at the very beginning of the video. Or the very beginning of the recording. But I am treading on sensitive territory with this plot line. But I am not going to dishonor any of the characters that I have's actual issues by making them cartoony or overshadowing them or anything like that. Anything that is actually going on in the minds of those NPCs, and I know that sounds so fucking weird to say because I'm playing all of them, is going to be laid raw and bare, and it's going to be uncomfortable. And I apologize if I upset anybody who is either playing or listening to this. But viewer or listener discretion advised, because we have now reached thicker than water Ivy Towers. This is the plot line that you guys are playing through for a while until you figure out what the hell is going on.
There's definitely a lot going on.
So, thoughts?
I arranged to get 3 sets of medication.
Like, Jay might actually get the help he needs. We'll see.
Or at least a lot of pills.
So that played that song. I think all that progress went
Those
away.
Paisley pills are for you.
Paisley. Like, Paisley.
I don't know.
Is this going to be a competition of between you and Sam who takes the most pills?
Yeah, Sam's taking them for fun.
Fun?
Yeah.
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 Fun. I have been planning on doing
That or
this,
he's
by the
Dr.
way,
Housing
for
it and he figured out how to
months.
get them to, get them Vicodin or something.
This plotline has been in the works since before Indiana.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah. I didn't know exactly how I was going to do it until my last night in Indiana.
Okay.
And then again, I didn't know exactly how I was going to initiate. I didn't know. Okay. This has been.
You knew this plot could happen now.
This plot line has been in the works since before Indiana. I didn't know how I was going to orchestrate it until my final night in Indiana. I did not know how it was going to come about until about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I didn't know how it was going to actually happen until tonight. So I asked a bunch of people, should I do this right now? And everybody that I talked to about it went, it's fucked up, but this is the only time it makes sense. So,
Fair.
Yeah. So yeah, I do talk about you guys when you're not around.
We already know that.
How's Sydney holding together?
Sydney is holding up together good.
David, how you doing?
Well, Thomas, he's having a great old time. He's just dealing with the after effects.
All right.
So Thomas is having a vacation.
Apparently.
Oh, he had the best Christmas present ever.
Yeah, got to beat his sire down. Davik.
On the other hand, is Thomas ever going to get to do anything?
We'll see.
Oh, Lord. I guess we will. There are a lot of people here who shouldn't be here, as Tinia would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My thought process is
I know how Jay would feel about that.
there's a lot of things that make sense considering what you just said, though, because if you guys see the staff and the orderlies as the enemy, that's how you would see them. If you see the people who are other patients as your compatriots, that's how you would see them. Me throwing the good to the last drop cafe as the last drop with Marty as the bartender and everything, I just...
And you were there.
Couldn't resist.
And you were there, and Uncle O.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a Wizard of Oz
Yeah.
feel to it. What about Adrian?
Adrian's starting to view this almost at like a seer training exercise.
Okay.
That makes sense.
That's interesting. I like that. I think that, yeah, I don't even know if I'd be able to get there, but that's interesting. Like, if I was playing a character with Auspex, I don't know if I would just jump straight into that. Well, it's an exercise.
SERE.
Huh?
SERE. Survival is evasion, resistance, and escape. Seer.
Oh, I thought you
That's seer.
I thought you said seer, and I took that as
you
like
were going
psychic.
over that way.
I took that as psychic. Okay, sorry. Okay, so you see this as like a survivalist challenge.
He's over here pulling out POW tap codes. And
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
I strongly anticipate that he's going to be organizing a resistance movement and a guerrilla campaign against the camp guards.
I
in
highly-
no time.
I highly debated whether or not Nick was going to be here, and also what part he was going to play.
That's fair. It was one of those, if he was, cool. If not, alright.
No, I'm really glad that I decided that he was, and he's kind of a go-between between the patients and the orderlies. In that way. That way he's not truly Anarch, he's not really Camarilla. He can kind of interact with both, but also doesn't want to interact with either. It kind of fits in with what Nick is.
Right.
So, same thing for your sire, like where I was going to put her and everything. And I think the librarian of Shan's Tree.
Oh, God. That still hurts.
That was terrible.
It is. But everything that you guys see...
Are you proud?
Yes. Everything that you guys see should call back some type of...
Took a deep
Something we know.
Something. Like it should... It should leave you questioning,
Only a D4. Each.
have I been setting this up as a mortal game for the last few years?
That's where I'm saying you should de-list
All right.
all the vampires.
So now that we're going back to mortals, so that would be a great time to change the genre of the game to werewolf.
Oh,
That's it. Yeah. I'll just wait until you guys are in group, and it's actually a moot, and everybody just goes into Krynos.
Shit.
I thought you were going to say Hunter.
So you didn't realize,
Hunter would be
it's
fun,
almost
too.
a full moon. That's next.
What about how's Tinia holding up?
Oh, God.
She's keeping it together. The cracks are showing already, as you can imagine. A little bit. She's definitely very much so in info gathering mode because if I think about this too long, things are going to go badly.
Do you mean the cracks in Tinia?
Cracks and Tinia?
Okay, I didn't know if you meant like in the grand
No,
facade.
no.
Like,
Cracks and Tinia.
Okay.
Because you're a ghost. You live in my head. You should be in Chicago, but now you're saying you're somebody who I know is dead. The heck is going on here? So
Plus the song.
yeah, plus the song now on top of it. The fact that I know
Final
this,
Salt to the Womb was the song.
well, that and this place burned down years ago.
Again, if that's the song that they play every day before lunch, it would be something that's just in your head. So,
Yeah, but
So, if we run into the ordinary mortal orderly who just is doing his job, and we all kind of flip out and decide it's time to kill Noah the orderly, it's just because we're delusional.
yeah, Noah's the orderly. That's great.
yeah, but yeah, no, like, and nope. You saw Sam, so I know he's not just in my head, so that's good.
Yeah, true.
So
Yeah, deciding which characters were going to end up coming into this was very, very interesting. But I knew I had to throw Tony in there.
yeah, that's the one that really
Like-
is the throwing for a loop.
Yeah, that just had to happen. He is so confused, happy and upset at the same time. He's not
Yeah.
happy with the outfits.
He wants his tweed jacket back.
Yet again, the most emotional and hard character for me to play that I love doing at the same time is
Brittany.
fucking Brittany.
Yeah,
I love that character so much. And she just started off as a point of retainers on
Yeah.
somebody's sheet.
I thought she was a touchstone.
Yes. Actually, I think she was a touchstone.
wow.
Yeah, she was
I
a
think
touchstone.
she was originally a touchstone for Dawn.
I just found it's close to an hour and a half long video on Linda. Houser.
Yeah. Actually, watch Catherine Doherty's Ask a Mortician.
Okay.
Oh, I love her videos.
Watch hers. Just type in Ask a Mortician, Lady Doctor.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a fucking amazing story. How long is hers?
about an hour.
About an hour. Such a good story. And it was something that I desperately
The
wanted
doctor,
to
the
find a way to...
mortician, and the murderer.
Yep. Yep. She chose the wrong people at the end and got in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
There were some very, very famous, rich women who did not live by societal norms. They did not travel with men. They had a whole lot of money, and they flaunted it. And it led to horrible outcome for them, but also the downfall of this hospital.
Fair.
So, I am so scared to run this plot line. But I might just... Oh, God damn, it's part of the main storyline, though. I was like, I might just put this on Patreon. Oh, my God. No, it's going up. It's going up. Damn the consequences. If I have to do a YouTube apology video, and
You know what you
can
could
always
do
age restricted.
instead of
all my videos are age restricted.
an apology video, just as a suggestion. Before you post this up, do a maybe a mental health awareness.
Oh yeah. No, that's definitely.
Put up the suicide helpline.
Yes.
And,
Yeah. No, that's very true. I should take a look at all of the things that I can add on to this. God. I'm actually very nervous to run this, but I'm also very excited.
You could just put it on Patreon.
No, it's the main story. It's the main story.
Yeah. Like, this is going to have long-lasting knock-on effects.
It's going to
I'm
be really hard
sure.
to understand.
I
in the
wonder
future.
how, when, and if this part ends.
Yeah.
If, he
If
said.
is an
if it
interesting
doesn't,
word
I'm
there,
up for
yeah.
Brain Hunter.
You guys, that's the thing is like, I literally could go, this is what's going on. You guys are in here for violent outbursts and delusions of grandeur
For
and
being hunter character.
you guys could very well end up being hunters. Like, who the hell knows? Like, if supernatural entities exist at all. We have one person here who says his room is haunted, and it's in quotation marks on his thing. I could be running a completely clean
Could be straight up
I don't know,
non-supernatural, this plot line.
We're in a mental hospital that was said to have burnt down. We could be in the freaking Shadowlands. I mean, for all we know.
That's absolutely true too.
No.
This could be an unsuspecting Wraith game all of a sudden.
If
What is
freaking
your first
jar!
time, Tony?
if we see Noah, I'm beating his ass.
Yeah.
This wouldn't be your first time.
What are you talking about?
I was in that one game that you had all the vampire players become wraiths.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm sure.
I've been storytelling for a long time.
Yeah.
Lies and slander.
I will never say that anything that I've written that people are talking to me about was a lie or slander because I've probably done it. It doesn't mean I remember. I have a damn good memory when it comes to most of my plot lines, but I will admit that I do not
remember how you separated us into the different factions of race. Anyone who was willingly embraced automatically went into the
Gaunt Legion.
Was it the Silent Legion?
Might have been the Silent. I don't fucking remember that.
And anyone else who...
If anybody from Renegade is listening to this shit, we want Wraith 5th edition.
Yes, I would also like to see Mage 5th edition.
Right?
So before I hand you my sheet,
Yes.
before Adrian leaves the rec room for lunch,
Yes.
Adrian wants to try and pocket Nick's queen piece.
Okay. Deck stealth.
Dos.
2 successes. Yes, you'll be fine.
Okay.
These guys, the guards in this, the orderlies in this place, are literally only paying attention to overt actions. They are.
People start yelling.
They
at each
are
other.
reading
Okay.
magazines, reading newspapers, playing a Game Boy, and watching television. They seriously, unless you took that piece and automatically shoved it in somebody's eye, they're not going to pay attention.
That's an idea.
Or somebody starts yelling, like.
Shove it in your side.
I need to have something I can use as a projectile.
So you stole the White Queen.
The White Queen? Okay. Let me see my sheet, because
Well, I'm saying white because when we sat down and started talking, I said Nick started moving pieces. He was the first person to make a move. He goes white. Okay. I guess we can stop recording if you still have it. Yeah.